I cannot be stopped. All competition left in the dust. By the time we're done, you're gonna notice us. And you can be sure that you get more than you bargained for. And we'll win this war, 'cause we've got something worth fighting for. And now we're done. What we want, and it's on to the next one. PWA, the heavyweight flex, come on. And now we're done. And now we're
done. 16 competitors. 2 brackets. Only one will stand victorious. This is the PWA Premiership. something worth fighting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PWA Premiership. My name is Andrew Rose. With me, my co-host Chris Gale. Chris, we're a month and a half into the Premiership. How good is this?
I am loving it, Andrew Rose. There is no other place I'd rather be, except maybe a little further away from you.
Yeah, thank you. No options there at all. But we have a huge night of matches coming up for you. Let's take a look at how Block B currently sits. In first place, it's my boy, Big Fudge, sitting at 4-0 for 2020. He's on 4 points at the top of the ladder. Matt Rogers, Matty Wahlberg, and Jessica Troy all sitting equal second with 3 points. Lyrebird Luchi with a smart win in the last round, sitting on 2 points. Jack J. Bonza still holding on to his 1 point, and Jude the Dude London and Jimmy Townsend still yet to score. Massive matches coming up for you tonight. Let's go down to the ring now for our first one.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it has a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Chris, nail down the chairs, make sure everything is in place and not moving. This is going to be brick wall versus brick wall. Big Fudge going up against Matt Rogers, and here he comes. What a force, a full force Matt Rogers is, Chris.
Making his way to the ring from Maroubra, New South Wales, representing Speed Force. This is Full Force Matt Rogers.
Ring announcer Nick there, doing a great intro. Great to have him as part of the PWA Premiership. Also referee Nick. Too many Nicks in the ring, Chris.
And his opponent.
And here comes your leader for Block B, sitting on 4 points. He's 2-0 in the tournament. He's 4-0 for the Summer of Fudge. It's never going to end. And Rogers looks like he wants to get another quick one under the belt maybe, but he's going to have to go up against a man who's on a roll. Read it and weep. 4-0 on the shirt.
I can't read that shirt, Rose. It's unintelligible to me.
What are you talking about? There's a 4 in there somewhere.
And from the chocolate factory, he weighs allegedly 275 kilograms, and he's undefeated. This is Big Fudge.
Come on, Fudge. You can get in the ring. He's undefeated against the ropes as well. He's always gotten in. Wow, he is oozing confidence right here as the tail of the tape. Allegedly 213 centimeters, allegedly 178 kilograms, allegedly 215 centimeters. 5 years pro at the age of 28. But the size, the weight, and the reach, does that say it's less than Big Fudge's, Chris? I don't know about those lineups. We need to get that checked.
I look at these two men, Rose, and I'm reminded of a movie title, The Never-Ending Story. No, Clash of the Titans.
That's the one.
The big men about to go at it.
Wow, look at Big Fudge just shadowing Matt Rogers here. He's just zooming over him. Oh, look at this. Big Fudge is warming up. Oh, and the another boot by Matt Rogers. It's all out the window. It's all out the window. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. We're 15 seconds in, and Matt Rogers is going for the pump handle. Incoming! Oh, no! Why isn't he pinning? He's taking his time. This is crazy. No!
Well,
Your winner of the match, Full Force, Matt Rogers!
Oh, give up. I can't believe it.
Fudge not really justifying his pre-match favouritism there, Rose.
He was 4-0, Chris. What happened?
It's no longer the summer of Fudge, it's the autumn of Fudge, and pretty quickly the winter of Fudge, I think.
I think we just witnessed a murder.
Wow.
That was intense by Matt Rogers as he rolls through this tournament, and Big Fudge's dreams of an undefeated run come crashing down.
Fudge motionless. I think Matt Rogers made a statement and a declaration.
Oh, here come the streamers. He's requested the streamers. I don't think he made it clear that that doesn't happen when you get destroyed. But he's, I guess we can celebrate him still moving.
Let's just say it's a celebration of wrestling, Rose.
Yeah, we're all really happy to be here, except Fudge. I don't think he knows where he is. But he's going to come to... Oh, no, he's going to think he won.
Yes, I was going to say, I hope he doesn't misinterpret what all the colour means.
He's going to think he won. Okay. Just leaving the ring. I think his head's hurt.
He's processing the information.
He has no idea what's going on. I don't think we even know.
Really clean this up.
Wow, I'm speechless. The dream is dead. Long live the streak.
Hearts breaking all over Australia.
That really didn't go how I imagined in my head. This is probably the worst day of my life. Sorry, buddy. Maybe no more streamers next time. And no more cake too.
Heartbreaking stuff there from Big Fudge. At least he got cake.
I was going to say, being presented by cake from Matt Rogers is a win of some sort, isn't it, Rose?
Yeah, but no one likes cake when you lose.
It's for somber mood here as the ring has been cleared up.
I can't believe it. The dream is over. Big Fudge is now 4-1.
Are you okay?
I don't know, man. I'm going to need to lie down after that. But we've got so many more matches coming up tonight. Coming up next, Lyrebird, Luchi, and Jude the Dude London are going to go one-on-one. This is the PWA Premiership.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it has a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Chris, we're going to have to regather after that shock loss. The streak is over. And Lyrebird Luchi, you know, Chris, he talked about a metamorphosis before this premiership. I think we saw the beginning of it last round with a very clever win to get him 2 points. Lyrebird Luchi back in
Making his way to the ring from Sydney's northern beaches, this is Lyrebird Luchi.
Impressive showing from him last round, getting him back on the board, Chris. Lyrebird, an unpredictable nature.
He had Jimmy Townsend all wrapped up, didn't he?
He really did. And here's a man who I'm going to say deserves more points in this premiership so far. Jude the Dude London has had such an excellent showing in his matches, but not able to pull out the wins and the points. He deserves to be on more than just 0. And hopefully tonight will be the beginning of those points. Hitting the board, he said that he felt that he'd let Generation Now down with the results, but I don't think anyone who watches PWA will
From
agree
the
with that.
skies above, representing Speed Force, he is one half of the PWA Tag Team Champions, Jude, the Dude London!
Sporting the Generation Now shirt that was handed to him by Wahlberg earlier in this tournament. He's been accepted by Generation Now, but feels like he hasn't done what was needed of him so far, which is getting wins.
I don't know how you can say he deserves points, Rose, when he doesn't win the matches. I mean, you can't deny the tale of that particular tape.
Sure, I mean, the win gets you the points, but you cannot deny that he has had incredible showings in his matches. He has fought really, really hard. It's not like they've been easy wins for any of his competitors. And once again, the unpredictable Lyrebird Luchi, what has he got in store for us this time? Such a creative win in the last round. And like that, he's out of here. Smart. Although it is a 10-minute time limit, what is Luchi? Oh, he's going to talk.
Is it working? Fantastic. Jude. Oh, Jude. It must be so hard to be you. It must be so hard to come to training and see your superior counterpart plastered on the walls of the venue.
Wow. Wow.
Jude, it must be so hard. While he's entering a coliseum, you're squandering and doing nothing. While he's main eventing, you're just squandering, doing nothing. You're an afterthought, Jude. An afterthought to your family. An afterthought to PWA. An afterthought to your girlfriend.
Oh, man.
And most importantly, Jude, an afterthought to your own tag team partner, Paris De Silva.
You think I'm an afterthought? Yeah. Is that really what you think?
Yeah. You're a bit of an afterthought, aren't you, buddy?
Oh! Wow. The slap by Jude the Dude. I got to say, Chris, he went too far there. Lyrebird Luchi went too far there with some of the things he said to Jude. He's trying to get in his head clearly, but, I mean, this has done nothing but make Jude really, really angry.
I was incensed that he brought Jude's girlfriend into the discussion, but I'm admiring Luchi for turning his tag team partner against Jude the Dude.
I mean,
he's used Paris De Silva.
He really is divide and conquer in his game plan, and it seemed to have worked, but I just think he went too far, man. You don't say that stuff, especially wasting the first 2 minutes of a 10-minute match.
Verbal low blow, is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, I am.
You weren't suggesting that at all, were you?
Get back, Jude! You are nothing, Jude! Please.
The issue here, Rosewell, of course, is there a grain of truth in the Jude the Dude lacking confidence on the bottom of the table might play into Luchi's hands here?
Luchi certainly has a game plan, and it's to get into Jude's head. We'll see if that works. Wow, by Jude the Dude, he flies. I mean, I certainly don't agree with Lyrebird. He is not an afterthought in PWA. He's one half of the tag champs, but you've got to understand the weight that's on Jude.
What about the attention to detail, though, Rose? I mean, Jude the Dude London's still in a T-shirt, not displaying his usual panache and flair in his full costume.
It's clearly shook him. He's
rattled, I'm telling you.
But he's right. I mean, his tag team partner is plastered up there on the wall, a former Coliseum competitor.
There we go.
Luchi's just pointing out a truth, I guess, but he just went too far with it. And now he's going to take a seat and let this count happen. Referee's down to up to 4 now.
I swear if I had a rig like Jude, I'd get the T-shirt off earlier in the match. But
yeah, I'd never wear a shirt if I had a rig like Jude.
So little action after 4 minutes, Rose.
Look out, Jude the Dude flies!
That just
wow, that was amazing! What a suicide dive by Jude the Dude, flying all the way out to the outside, taking out Luchi. That plan did not work out for the Lyrebird. Oh, quick by Luchi, though, to be able to avoid the speed. Oh, grabbing the ropes, very smart by Jude the Dude there. Springboard, the double stomp onto the back. And I think that's the response. I think it did get in his head a little bit. He's very aggressive now.
Come on, coward!
Wow.
Come on, coward!
Aha.
Do you want this?
Jude the Dude returning serve there, labelling Luchi a coward.
You see Lyrebird just looks up at the poster of De Silva, though, and that's incensed Jude even more. Lyrebird doesn't even have to say any words anymore. He can just look at Paris on the wall, and look at these stops by Jude. He almost gets disqualified. It's a 4 count, and referee Sanders pulled him off, and Jude the Dude is losing his temper.
So I'm just distracted by the poster of Wahlberg that's up there.
Oh,
that
yeah,
looks fantastic.
Stop it. Will you stop it?
Sorry.
Generation Now is the reason all this is happening. And Luchi's got a chair here.
He's offering it.
He's offering the chair, almost trying to incite Jude the Dude to get himself disqualified.
Yourself, Jude. Prove yourself. Is that what you want? Don't be a coward. Don't be better than that.
See some PWA talent there on the outside telling Jude not to do it. Oh, he almost does it. He stops.
You aren't worth it.
Wow, you aren't worth it, but he turns his back to Luchi. Here's a pin. No! The distraction again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, Lyrebird, Luchi!
Wow, I tell you, Chris, Lyrebird has so many creative ways to get a win, and he's done it once again as Xander holds his arm high. Jude's got to be shook from that, right?
So the metamorphosis that Lyrebird's been referring to is around his scheming and his planning and his ability to destabilise the likes of London.
Yeah, that's true, and it's worked once again for Lyrebird. Another great victory for him. Jude incensed.
This is the end. Do, my only friend. The end. My elaborate plan. The end. No safety or surrender. The end. You'll never look into those eyes again.
Cryptic message there from Lyrebird Luchi, but let's look back at the first round when Jimmy Townsend was pinned half conscious by Big Fudge. Hasn't been a good run for him so far, and in his second match getting wrapped up with Cherry Stevens in the apron, and Lyrebird Luchi pulling away the victory. Hopefully Jimmy Townsend can right the wrongs tonight and get some points on the board. It's been a comedy of errors for him so far.
I don't think he's laughing though, Rose.
Nothing funny about that.
How did I lose? He's so mean now. I wanted to do better for Generation Now and wanted to prove myself better, and I wanted to win with a schoolboy to show Billy that it still works and he shouldn't be throwing it away. Who do I have next week?
Bonza. Jack Bonza.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. Jimmy Townsend.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it has a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Oh no, indeed, Chris Gale. Jimmy Townsend is going to try and right the wrongs of his first 2 rounds, but he's got to do it against Jack J. Bonza.
I tell you what, naivety's not going to get you too far in this tournament, Rose. And I hate to say it, but Jimmy Townsend needs
Making
to
his way to the ring from Snots College, this is Jimmy Townsend!
Sure, I can't disagree that Jimmy Townsend has some maturing to do, but we know what the schoolboy's capable of.
And his opponent.
Looks like he's going to military school right now, Rose. Here he comes.
Chris, Jimmy Townsend has gone through a lot of frustrations in this tournament so far, but there's no one more angry, more frustrated than Jack J. Bonza on a good day. And after some of the results he's had to face so far in this premiership, I feel bad for whoever's next in his way, and that person is Jimmy Townsend, the leader of the Red Nation, wanting to right the wrongs so far, Chris.
Bonza's sporting a black headband today, Rose. I wonder what that means. He's been in reasonably good mood, but he's only on 1 point. He can't be that happy.
I mean,
He is the leader of the Red Nation Army Corps, Jack J. Bonza.
I hate to say it, but this is still the happiest I've ever seen Jack Bonza. Even though we know how angry he is about some of the results so far, if we look at the tail of the tape, Jimmy has the height on Bonza. Bonza has the weight. The reach is kind of close, but the experience of Jack J. Bonza, 13 years a pro. Jimmy Townsend has a huge mountain to climb here against the monster that is Jack J. Bonza.
First time in this tournament that Jack J. Bonza gets his hands on a Generation Now representative, Rose.
That's right. We've seen Bonza already telling him to take the shirt off. Shades of Moretti here with the same frustration. Seeing no shirt in the ring being worn by your opponent seems to send these Nation members crazy. And here's the boot by Bonza. You don't want to take that shirt off, I'll kick it off you. Wow, a huge punch to the midsection. He's going to rip the shirt off him. Jimmy's in huge trouble. Oh my goodness, Chris. He came out of the blocks. Remind me to never wear a Generation Now shirt around anyone from the Nations.
You don't need to remind me.
Oh my goodness, the spinning clothesline.
Okay, the kindler, gentler Bonza, he's gone home.
No, he's not here at all. Wow, that boot. Oh. Wow. Bonza just screaming for Jimmy to prove himself. It's going to be a trial by fire here. I think the old guard do it a little differently. Oh my goodness, the strength of Bonza. I think he's putting on a gory special here as he's trying to grab the wrists. This is bad news for Jimmy. Oh no! Arms are not supposed to go that way. Oh no! That looks terrifying. Oh. I mean, Jimmy might be smart. Here he goes, moves it into a pin here. Oh, the strength of Bonza. He's not done with him. Jimmy Townsend would be smart to tap here so he can last the rest of the Premiership. But he's turned that into a powerbomb.
Boom.
And Jimmy might not even be able to make it out of the ring. Here's the pin, an arrogant one, and a valiant kick out by Jimmy there.
Courage from Townsend, but I'm telling you, Bonza's barking orders out like he's a part of the cast of Officer and a Gentleman.
He is a general.
Get a better haircut next time.
Okay.
Wow, that's harsh.
Get your mother to give you a bowl cut. Stupid.
Wow, he's calling out his haircut now. Everyone's being so mean in this Premiership. Look at the strength again, the blood rushing to his head. Wow, he went for the Napalm Thunder Driver there, but Jimmy was able to reverse it into a DDT. We know what happens if Bonza pulls that trigger. Townsend! Butterfly suplex by Jimmy Townsend. That was insane. Here's the pin. Wow, he throws Jimmy off him. What a kick out by Bonza.
It's wonderful to see Townsend be able to get himself into this match. Right? He's looking for the schoolboy.
The schoolboy! He's going for the schoolboy, but Bonza's blocked it. Bonza himself said no one can kick out of the schoolboy. He knows how dangerous it is. He respects that move, just like Jimmy respects the Napalm Thunder Driver. This is two men with a trigger pull in their arsenal. Again for the schoolboy. Bonza is falling backwards, trying to keep his weight. He's got the wrist. Again, the step over. Look at that pin. That could be it. No, a kick out at 2 by Jimmy.
Just feel the wrestlers are better prepared for the schoolboy these days, right?
Yes, 100%. It's been a hell of a year for the prefects. The schoolboy did so much work. The ankle lock. Bonza has got the ankle lock on Jimmy Townsend. Oh, look at the roll through. Very smart. Beautiful ring awareness by Jimmy there. He went for the overdrive there himself, but Bonza able to remove it and reverse it, excuse me. Wow, look at that catch into the Napalm Thunder Driver. Excuse me, a tombstone pile driver there by Jack J. Bonza, very smart. How does Jimmy kick out of that?
That's incredible.
And look at the Generation Now members jumping up on the outside. Ricky South and Wahlberg cheering Jimmy on. I think even Bonza's a bit impressed by that, Chris.
That spoke volumes about what Generation Now is bringing to the table, Rose.
Yes.
The courage The sheer courage from Jimmy Townsend to kick out of that tombstone.
He's a true fighter, Jimmy. He's a true fighter and has a massive career ahead of him. So young, so talented. But Bonza once again saying, this is my house. And you know the damage that Bonza has been through in the 13 years of his career. He knows these young Generation Now members are going to have to go through the same thing he did. And now the pace has slowed down as Bonza is now just wailing away on Jimmy. Jimmy able to get some offense in this match, but it's been basically Bonza for most of it, dictating the speed, Chris.
If Townsend was offered an entry to the next tournament based on this one, he'd say yes. I mean, it's really been a tough premiership for Townsend so far.
It really has been. He's got him up on the top here. I think Bonza's trying to go for a superplex and end Jimmy's entire tournament, but he rolls through, flips through, trying to get the powerbomb, and he gets it! Hit the pin! Oh my God!
The winner of this match, Jimmy Townsend!
The sunset flip schoolboy, Chris Gale. Nobody kicks out of the schoolboy, not even Jack J. Bonza. That is a huge win.
Bonza's tournament has just been thrown on its head there, Rose, as indeed Townsend's sunset flipped the schoolboy on him. And that's great innovation from Jimmy Townsend, finding a different way to win.
The sunset schoolboy, the super schoolboy, call it what you want. Jimmy Townsend has a victory and Bonza's going to kill somebody.
I won. I survived. Jack Bonza. This shirt isn't in one piece anymore, but it means more than it did before. Because I was saying I wanted to be a part of Gen Now, but now I really know what it means. Because last year, me and Billy went undefeated for months, and still everyone thought that we were just a fluke, that we couldn't win. Jack Bonza, the last interview, said that he didn't care about the schoolboy. And I'm sick of the fact that he underestimated me. He underprepared for me, and he paid the price. I tried Billy's way, I tried his new finishing move, and it didn't work for me. But the schoolboy did, as it always has. So I'm going to keep going through this tournament, and I'm going to show everyone that nobody kicks out of the schoolboy.
A massive, massive win for Jimmy Townsend. There's the pin, the Sunset Schoolboy getting the victory over Jack J. Bonza. Generation Now celebrating ringside.
It's like it's building faith, I think, for Jimmy Townsend, Rose. And
look at that. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
Redemption in that interview.
Amazing stuff. One more time. This is as good as it gets. I can watch this all night.
It's very disappointing, obviously, losing to one of the prefects, the Generation Now prefect. You know, I said before I respected their game plan, but I thought that I was focused and disciplined enough to stay away from the schoolboy, but he caught me, so... I'm on 1 point. Better than Kingsley, right? She's still on 0 points. She can't win without me. I think I have to go 4 straight from here on out to have a chance of winning the tournament. One of the most competitive, I think it's the more competitive bracket, is our bracket, but I can still do it. And frankly, you know, I was here to stop Generation Now from winning. So if I can win, that's great. But if not, really all I got to do is stop Wahlberg from winning, and that's about.
You think you can win this tournament? You can't even pin a schoolboy.
I'll pin you, you big head.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it has a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Chris, this is your main event for Monday night, the PWA Premiership. Matty Wahlberg going one-on-one against the PWA champion, Jessica Troy. This is the main event anywhere in the world, Chris.
This is huge, Rose. It's absolutely huge.
And here comes your PWA champion, Jessica Troy, sitting on 3 points. A great start to her tournament.
Representing the Purple Nation, she is the PWA champion, the arm collector, Jessica Troy. And her opponent.
Here comes your boy, Chris, Matty Wahlberg. Interesting where we sit currently, both on 3 points. And a chance to equal up with Matt Rogers at the top of the table. The Timberwolves are getting represented this time. That's an old school Kevin Garnett jersey. He does seem like a Garnett guy, doesn't he?
From Summer Bay, New South Wales, representing Generation Now, he is the 21st century success story, Matty Wahlberg.
Love that intro from ring announcer Nick Ray there.
And he gets the red cup. A bit of respect there from Wahlberg. Or maybe he just doesn't trust Nick with his drink. There he is, sporting the Generation Now shirt.
Speaking of shirts.
This is Nations versus Generation Now. This is going to be an interesting one. Both have had fantastic tournaments so far, both sitting on 3 points. And Chris, something interesting to think about in this tournament, if you get a victory over the PWA champion, that could be a very solid argument for you to get a shot at that belt at some point.
It's a pretty clear message, isn't it, Rose?
It is.
I just go back to that Jack Bonza interview. It seems like he's answering questions that I can't hear anyone asking him. Has he got some sort of thing going on in his own head?
He's definitely asking himself a lot of questions after a loss like that to Jimmy. But Matty Wahlberg needs to be more focused on his opponent, not this shirt.
Just Troy Jen now?
I really think it's my colour.
Oh, really?
Oh, Wahlberg suggesting Jen Now shirt, and Jessica saying, it's not my colour. He went for the fist bump, and Jessica saw an arm and went at it immediately. That's like me with cake, Chris.
Yeah, red rag to a bull. Show your arm. Pay the price.
Can't help myself. Wahlberg now smartly keeping his arms behind his back. I mean, this is actually quite a good game plan for the arm collector. What is this? Oh, look, that's very smart by Wahlberg. His MMA ability coming into play there.
Is that Wahlberg taking us back to Coliseum when Orange Cassidy took on Jess Troy, Rose? Is that the technique? Arms behind the back?
It is similar. He has learned a lot from Orange Cassidy, I think, from that matchup at Coliseum. And now what's he doing? He wants to play the ground game, I think. He's taking a different approach to this match because he knows how dangerous Jess is with the arms. Look at this. He's just trying to find a way in.
It's a bit of Antonio Inoki there for the old school fans.
It is, yeah. Shout out. Jessica Troy, smart enough to know that distance is something Wahlberg's trying to take advantage of. And she can't play his game here. She can't play his game. Oh, a big punch to the face. You can't protect your face with your arms behind your back.
What a beautiful face it is, too.
You talking about me? Thank you.
Oh, yes, I'm talking about you.
Beautiful victory roll there by Jessica Troy into the pin. Kick out at 2 by Matty Wahlberg. Again, Jessica Troy taking the risk, taking control. Oh, wow, the shoulder into the turnbuckle. And right there, oh, the Meteora to the back there. Double knees in the back of the head, and now Wahlberg is feeling that pain in the shoulder, and Jessica is in her good place. Here's a pin. An early win, maybe. No, kick out at 1 by Wahlberg, Chris.
Just the one. Just the one.
Jessica Troy having a fantastic premiership so far. So is Matty. He has a lot on his plate, Matty Wahlberg, with the movement that is Generation Now. Jessica Troy can just focus on this. But she's got to be a target in this tournament with that belt around her waist. Look at that by Wahlberg. Almost capoeira style.
It's intriguing with Jessica Troy, Rose. She's Nations, but not necessarily old guard, and she's certainly young enough to be in the Generation Now, but she's non-aligned.
And once again, I think Jessica Troy is someone you don't want to ask where her allegiance is like, because she'll pull your arm out of your socket.
No,
right? Oh, that was polite. Frankie just leaving the chair there. I'd get out of the way too.
And here we go.
We have seen this before from Wahlberg, who's setting up for something dangerous. This chair launching stuff he loves to do causes a lot. Oh no, now he's got Frankie. We saw this before with JT, now Frankie B.
Using Frankie B as a weapon now.
Oh no, she's wearing a mask. You can't see the terrified look on her face, but here comes Wahlberg, and Jessica Troy moves and kicks the chair into Matty's arm. Look at this. The arm's caught in the chair, and there's the Fujiwara on the outside. Cannot get a submission on the outside, but that has done irreversible damage to Matty's left arm.
Might have caught on the audio there, Matty Wahlberg yelling out, that hurt.
Yes, I think he said, ow, very loudly and forcefully. Oh, Big Fudge staying out of the way there. I love you, Fudge. 4-1. I'm so sad. Here comes Jessica. Again, Wahlberg in big trouble with that shoulder. He's only using one arm now, Chris. Your boy's down to one arm. Jessica Troy's plan has worked so far. Look at that. He can't decide whether to go on the attack or try and get some feeling back in that arm. But Jessica Troy's got it again. This is dangerous. You don't want to leave her alone with your arm. Wahlberg in a lot of pain. Look out! Oh, the stomp from the top onto the arm. Wahlberg's got to be careful. He can continue in this tournament after this match. Jessica Troy can take you out for months.
You could just see a little glimmer of frustration across Wahlberg's face there. I think Jessica Troy has him on the back foot, and I hate to say that.
I think it's a combination of frustration and immense pain. Oh, and like that, Wahlberg pops up with the kick, taking out Jessica Troy. Here's the pin. But Jessica Troy valiantly kicking out there at 2, but Wahlberg is in trouble. Your boy is in trouble, Chris.
I think that left arm is a bit of a passenger right now, Rose.
His left arm, he looks concerned. There's no more jaw-jacking. There's no more dancing around. He just wants to get the win now. That arm. He's going to try and put some weight on it, see if he can hold it. He's got Jessica Troy up to the top. We've seen this before from Wahlberg. Jessica stuck in a tree of woe of sorts here as Wahlberg, one arm, front flipping through. And still the Wahlberg disrespect. Oh, he's caught the arm. Jessica has the arm, scouted that out well. As the Wrestler Merch 5-minute warning rings, Chris, we are halfway through this match and Wahlberg has got to rethink his strategy here.
5-minute warning reminds me I've got to update my Wahlberg wardrobe, Rose.
I need to get myself some more Jessica Troy t-shirts. And Wahlberg now, this is an interesting part of the match for Wahlberg because he's in control, but he's also in a lot of pain. Even when he dishes out offense here, it's going to hurt that arm. It's quite a smart strategy by Jessica, causing your opponent pain even when they're dishing it out on you. And that arm looks in bad sorts. As she moves out of the way, Wahlberg once again into the turnbuckle. Oh, he's caught her there. Smart by Wahlberg. But again, that arm, can he put weight on it? Wow! Wahlberg with the control here. Jessica Troy's got to come too. There's the pin. And a kick out at 2 by Jessica Troy. Staying in this with 4 minutes left in this match. Chris, both competitors on 3 points. Would love to join Matt Rogers at the top of the block. And there's the posterizer. No, but Jess moves. Jess could almost feel Wahlberg about to hit the posterizer there. Gets out of the way. Jessica again goes for that arm. He wants to lock in that Fujiwara armbar.
Oh, she's relentless.
And great ring awareness. There's the MMA training of Matty Wahlberg just quickly getting his way to those ropes. Probably the most dangerous submission in PWA is Jessica Troy's Fujiwara armbar. That's why she's known as the arm collector.
It's pretty much the most feared submission in PWA, Rose, I think.
Absolutely.
And I think it's her major motivation. I think the Premiership is of interest to Jessica Troy, but the collection of Wahlberg's arm is her priority right now.
She was excited when she was announced for the Premiership. She was excited by how many arms she could collect. A true collector.
She's put a new wing on her house, I believe.
Yeah, this is like a meet and swap for her. Wow, Wahlberg just throwing haymakers at Jess. She keeps getting back up.
And Rose, just like that, we're down to almost 2.5 minutes remaining.
Oh, Jessica Troy reverses Wahlberg and takes out the arm. A code-breaker on the arm. Wahlberg in series, he's punching himself now. That arm is gone. And Jessica Troy smells blood in the water.
Oh, this is her trademark from turnbuckle to turnbuckle.
The elbows from the turnbuckle. She's heating up. Again, another kick on the arm. We know what's coming. Oh, again, Jessica Troy, the technical prowess, slamming Wahlberg down on his own arm. Another Meteora. Here's the pin. Could it be a win? Oh, a 2.5 by Wahlberg. Again, Wahlberg cannot regroup here, Chris. Every time he kicks out, he goes straight to that arm.
He'll see the positives in this, Roses.
Oh, sorry, Chris, but she goes for the Fujiwara there. And it's blocked by Matty. What were you saying? Oh, look at the strength by Wahlberg. But Jess Rich is on that arm. He can't use his strength. Oh, he goes for the pin. Very smart. Excuse me, Chris.
He's just putting experience in the bank here because I haven't seen anyone give it to Wahlberg like Troy is right now for a very long time, Rose.
This is a true test for Wahlberg. A minute and a half left in the match. Oh, Jessica Troy reverses that into the Canadian Destroyer as Wahlberg is flailing. He knows there's a minute left. He needs to get away from this armbar. Jessica Troy must know there's time running out. Wahlberg trying to get him. Oh no, the triangle choke. He's got the triangle choke on Jessica Troy. She's trying to punch her way out of it. There's the 1 minute warning. This is getting close. Jessica Troy is getting submitted in the middle of the ring. She's able to break the choke though. Oh, and there it is again. Wahlberg locking back into the triangle choke. 45 seconds. There's a 2 count. Wahlberg is back in the triangle choke. This is submission for submission as we're almost at 30 seconds, Chris. Can she get out of this submission? Wahlberg's holding her in there. Elbows to the head as well. Jessica Troy is in big trouble.
The clock is both their enemy right now, Rose. Here we go.
Oh, look out, the pin and the win! Jessica Troy!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, the PWWA champion, the arm collector, Jessica Troy!
In what was an absolute classic, with 22 seconds left, Jessica Troy is able to reverse Matty Wahlberg's triangle choke and get the pin. Jessica Troy moves up to 5 points at the top of the table. How do you like that, Chris?
I just had a moment there, Rose. Just for a moment, I thought that Jessica Troy won the match, and I obviously got that wrong, haven't I?
No, you're not wrong at all. She won the match. She is the 2 points in this matchup. Interesting. A bit of respect from Wahlberg there.
Took the bump.
Yeah, he's smart. He did the fist bump with the right arm. I think that left arm's going to need some serious work, but what an incredible victory for Jessica Troy. That is why she is your PWWA champion.
Respect.
Usually, when I lose, I'm not a happy guy. But if you're going to lose, you may as well lose someone like Jess Troy. People talk about the nations a lot. I don't think they realize that the best wrestler in the nations is Jessica Troy. And when it comes to Jen now, she fits in perfect. Don't think I didn't forget when she won the PWA title and it was all about Moretti and Bonza's sibling rivalry. I think it's time we start talking about Jess Troy a little more. As for the tournament, a loss sucks and it puts me further away from Moretti. But the best athletes of all time, when they're down, they come out fighting harder. I'm Clutch, baby. I'm Dame Lillard. I'm MJ Game 6. I got time.
After another huge night of matches, let's look back at how Block B is sitting. Jessica Troy and Matt Rogers sitting in first place on 5 points, followed by Big Fudge and Lyrebird Luchi, both on 4. Matty Wahlberg sitting in next on 3 points. Jimmy Townsend after him on 2. Jack J. Bonza on 1 point. And Jude, the Dude, London, yet to score any points. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another episode of PWA Premiership. It's been great to have you all with us live on Overplay. Chris, it's been...
Tell me how I got injured, took a year off, and have come back 6 weeks into this tournament and have the most points. I'll tell you, it's because the buffoons of Generation Now and the old guard are too distracted with their nonsense. And if I haven't proven to you at this point that I'm going to do what it takes for you to hear me, we'll just wait for the rest of the tournament. Charlie Evans, next week, it's you and me. And I know you left my little vlog, you flew away, and you're not really aligned with either team. But I have to win this, and no matter what, I will continue to win and remain undefeated in this tournament. So watching at home, you can either fall with old guard Gen Now, PWA, Medusa Complex, Purple Nation. Put any of the team names you want in there. Or stand with SMS.